Welcome back to another game of the day. Today's game is a premium matchup as we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, this goes back to a couple of months ago where the Nuggets and Clippers went at it in the semifinals of the playoffs. Clippers were the prohibitive favorite of that matchup, up 3-1. They should have smoked the Nuggets. Instead, the Nuggets came back from a 3-1 in historic fashion and really decimated the Clippers' championship hopes, changed the trajectory of their roster with Doc Rivers having to step down. He actually went to Philly. Philly's doing much better, but that definitely changed the way the Clippers were viewed going forward. And even though they have a solid record so far, everybody's going to judge them based on playoffs only. The Nuggets, they haven't lived up to expectations either, considering the fact that they went to the Western Conference Finals last year, lost to the Lakers, but they definitely turned their season around over the last 14 games. They're 11-3. In March, they added Aaron Gordon, and so far the flow of their offense has just been exceptional. Paul George is back after a two-game hiatus, dealing with a toe injury. Michael Porter Jr. takes a right wing three. He misses it, rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, so far this year, averaging 26 points per game, 6 rebounds. Really efficient as always. He's playing a lot more on a consistent basis than he did last year, where he was dealing with a lot of different knee injuries, load management, all different types of things. Um, the Nuggets so far though have come out aggressive. Will Barton just knocked in a three. Paul George looking to set up Zubac. Zubac misses it. Aaron Gordon, the new acquisition, try to get the rebound. Instead, the Clippers get it. Paul George is able to get the Clippers' first basket driving on the baseline, exploiting Michael Porter Jr. Now, one of the things I will say with the Nuggets adding Aaron Gordon, he adds a different level of versatility, especially defensively. He's allowed the Nuggets to not have to play Paul Millsap as much. And then when you play off a player like Nikola Jokic, who's averaging 27 points per game, 11 rebounds, and just under 9 assists a game, you are going to get easy opportunities if you cut off his ability to pass. So that's what Aaron has showcased so far, and that's why he's fitting seamlessly like a glove. Mid-range jumper from Kawhi Leonard cuts the Nuggets deficit cut the Nuggets lead from 3-1, 5-4, as we here at the early stages of the first quarter. Marcus Morris gets the steal. He'll be going for a layup. He misses it. Offensive rebound by Paul George. He sets up Zubac. Zubac can't finish at the rim, blocked by Michael Porter Jr. We'll get the starting five to you very shortly. Aaron Gordon almost took a three. Instead, goes inside to Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. gets his second basket. Starting fives for both teams. I mentioned Michael Porter Jr., Will Barton, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, and MVP frontrunner Nikola Jokic. For the Clippers, Reggie Jackson, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, and Nemanja Zubac are the starting five for the Clippers. Denver leads 7-6. Inside, Jokic looking to set up Gordon. Gordon's under the basket, cut off by Reggie Jackson. He kicks it out to Jamal Murray. Thought about a three, instead goes to Gordon in the left corner. The three is good. So the Nuggets are flowing offensively. They open up a two-possession game. Again, when Aaron Gordon came to the Nuggets, he had obviously been with the Magic for 7 years. They hadn't necessarily been a perennial winner. They've been to the playoffs a couple of times during his career, but hadn't really had any real championship aspirations. This Nuggets team has championship aspirations. Their starting five is top notch against any team in the league. And I think with their ability and depth that they have, they can compete with anyone. Nikola Jokic gets the offensive rebound, gets it to Aaron Gordon. Gordon misses a left wing three, rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Leonard gets it to Morris, jab step in the right corner, guarded by Michael Porter Jr. This is the area where Porter has to improve if he's going to become a better all-around player. Morris misses the jump shot, rebounded by Jokic. Jokic surveying the floor. Again, one of the best passers in the league, regardless of position. Nuggets so far 4 of 7. Clippers 3 of 11. Murray, pull up jumper, good. Murray has turned his season around over the last couple of months. He started really slowly, and I think for him, he was dealing with the pressures of trying to live up to how he performed in the bubble, playing against the Jazz, helping lead that 3-1 comeback against the Jazz, two 50-point games against Donovan Mitchell, who also had two 50-point games. That playoff series was reminiscent of Allen Iverson versus Vince Carter in 2001, where the Sixers and Raptors win 7 games. Both put it on the line. Murray was so explosive that changed the uh, championship aspirations of the Nuggets. But coming into the season, he wasn't living up to that. Now he's kind of settled down and gotten back to his crafty ways, knocking down a jump shot, just being a better floor general, and having what it's turned out to be a career year. 3-pointer from Paul George cuts the deficit to 3, 12-9, but Will Barton comes right back, 15-9, 3-pointer for Will Barton. Halfway through this first quarter, Reggie Jackson with the basketball looking to set up Zubac. Great defense by Aaron Gordon to cut that alley-oop off. Michael Porter Jr. is attacking on a fast break. He gets the bucket to fall. Great body control there from Michael Porter Jr. As the Nuggets get another opportunity, they're up 8. Porter Jr. When we come back, we'll have an opportunity to get the M1. 17-9, 6:26 remaining in the first quarter. Just want to give you guys an update for scores around the league. Currently, the Heat are up against the Warriors 106-97, 3:48 remaining in the fourth. The Spurs trail by 6 at home. The fourth quarter just started, 90-84 against Atlanta. The Pelicans are up by 2 in overtime, 103-101, 3:47 left in OT. Brooklyn just defeated the Charlotte Hornets 111-89. That's a game that we profiled here on the Game of Day by Zay. So you can check that out. Check out the play-by-play in the commentary for that game. The Sixers also defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers 114-94 on the road. That was a game where Kevin Love returned from a long, extended stay on injury. And the Washington Wizards lost by 29 to the Detroit Pistons 120-91. So we're back as Michael Porter Jr. just got an and one opportunity. He makes the free throw, so now it's 18-9. The Nuggets have gotten out running. They've gotten some 3 pointers to fall, and really just great passing has set up some easy shots. Clippers right now, I wouldn't say they're out of it, but they just haven't gotten anything fluid just yet. Kawhi Leonard out of the post kicks it to Marcus Morris. He goes to Reggie Jackson. Jackson with the floater, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Michael Porter Jr. Porter Jr. pushing the pace, looking to get it to Jokic. Jokic at the top of the key, surveying the floor. Dribble handoff to Will Barton. Barton takes the screen, looking to get in the post. Step back jumper is good. Free throw line extended. So 20-9, Denver is up 11. This high-powered offense with the addition of Gordon has really put this Nuggets team in a tier that I don't think many people had um, coming into this season. Obviously, with the expectations that they had from last year, sure, they could probably make a run again. But when you look at what the Lakers had done in the off season, and then you also take into account how much better the Nets got, the Sixers got, nobody was really looking at the Nuggets like they are right now. 12-point game as Paul George knocked in a three, so 20-12. And a missed shot by the Nuggets forces a fast break. Jokic has to foul Reggie Jackson to stop the fast break. 5:04 remaining. Nuggets up 8. So Reggie Jackson gets it to Paul George. George looking to attack. He has it stolen by Compazzo. And a great look ahead to Will Barton, who finds Aaron Gordon skying for a two-hand slam. So great defense there by Compazzo to rip Paul George and start that fast break. Paul George left corner three, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Gordon slowed down by Reggie Jackson. On the left wing, gets it to Will Barton. Barton looking to kick it to Jokic. Jokic is yet to make a field goal. Trying to go off the dribble, has it stolen by Kawhi, but it's stolen back by Compazzo. Michael Porter Jr. for three. Good. So the broken play offense has left the Clippers and the Nuggets scrambling. The Nuggets were able to pick up the ball last. Michael Porter Jr. right place, right time, knocks in the three. So up 13, Nuggets look to be in control. Clippers still trying to find their way offensively. Reggie Jackson takes a jumper from the right baseline, knocks it down. So it's an 11-point game, 25-14. Will Barton guarded by Morris, looking to drive baseline, kicks it to Gordon. Gordon finds Michael Porter Jr. Floater inside for Porter Jr. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Reggie Jackson. And a pass is deflected by Michael Porter Jr., preventing a Paul George three-pointer from the right corner. But we look at this Will Barton setup for Aaron Gordon Jr. Aaron Gordon Jr. is in heaven playing with this Nuggets team. He's obviously an athletic player, as evident by the three uh, slam dunk championship appearances that he's had. He hasn't won any two in a controversial fashion, but he's definitely athletic and can run and jump. Now he's gonna become or be exposed to showcasing his well-rounded game. He can shoot. He's a solid defender, but now he doesn't have to worry about setting up offense because he's just gonna find the basketball. He's able to move without the ball. He's low maintenance, and I think playing with Jokic on cue, Jokic shoots a three. He misses it, rebounded by Kawhi. You're just gonna see the most of his game come to fruition because now the Gordon is playing in in a space where he's expected to win. Kawhi Leonard gets a basket, and head coach Mike Malone doesn't like what he's seeing, so to stop momentum, he calls timeout. Nuggets lead by 9, 25-16. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. So we're back as the Nuggets able to get that basket. Couldn't quite see who got the score, but it's 27-16, 2:26 remaining. Nikola Jokic playing that point center position. As we look at Barton and Porter Jr. so far, Will Barton and Michael Porter Jr. have combined for 18 points. The rest of the team has 9, but the Nuggets have 27 compared to the Clippers 16. So Michael Porter Jr. and Will Barton have already outscored the Clippers so far here in this first quarter. Jokic thought about a jump shot, takes the jump shot, one leg fadeaway, in and out, no good, rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Leonard surveying the floor, looking to get in the paint, way to contort his body. Couldn't finish the first layup, but he's able to get the offensive rebound and put back. So 9-point game. Jokic guarded by Zubac. Dribble handoff with Gordon. Takes the three. He misses it. Rebounded by man. Luke Kennard looking to get the floater. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but he's fouled. So Luke Kennard coming from Detroit. His all-season acquisition, known for shooting. I think playing with the Clippers has put a lot of pressure on him. He hadn't necessarily been as consistent as they would have liked. Obviously, his contract being $64 million definitely requires for him to be a premier shooter with what this team needs. But I think over the last couple of weeks, he's shown flashes of what he can potentially be. He played a huge role in the Clippers coming back from 22 down against the Atlanta Hawks in the second half. And I think that showed the potential of what he can be on this team. Knocking down shots, playing off the dribble on cue, takes a three, he misses it, rebounded by Compazzo. But I just think for Kennard, he has to get it going, especially for that second unit if this Clippers team is going to go to the next level. Compazzo finds Aaron Gordon for a two-hand slam inside. PJ Dozier in the game, guarding Kawhi Leonard. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Dozier. PJ Dozier looking to go off the dribble, cut off by Patrick Patterson. So we're under a minute here in the first. Nuggets up 11. What a pass from Compazzo. He finds Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap coming in and playing a great veteran on this team, playing a great role. He signed a 3-year, $90 million contract with the Nuggets back in 2017. Since then, he's dealt with injuries and hasn't really lived up to what they initially signed him for. In the offseason, though, the market for him was very small, and he knew he wanted to remain in a winning situation, so he signed a 1-year tenure with this team to remain with this team, and I think he's definitely looking for a chance to compete for a championship. Getting so close last year in the Western Conference Finals, he didn't really care what role he played. He just wanted to be a part of a winning situation, and he's definitely contributed. As man attacks Compazzo, he gets the bucket, turns man able to contribute in a big way to this Clippers team down the stretch over the last couple of months for that second unit. At the end of the first, though, Nuggets up by 11, 31-20 as we go to the second quarter. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more as we continue to watch this premium matchup of the Denver Nuggets versus the Los Angeles Clippers. So we're back as the second quarter starts. Nuggets up 11, 31-20. We look at the team stats so far in the first quarter. Nuggets shooting 56% compared to the Clippers 38%. Shooting 4 of 8 from 3. Clippers shot 2 of 8 from 3. Also, we look at the rebounding. Clippers out rebounded the Nuggets 13-12. We look at the assists though. 13 field goals made for the Nuggets, 10 of them assisted. So great ball movement for the Nuggets so far. Great balance, big time first quarter for Michael Porter Jr. and Will Barton to help create the separation. Nicholas Batum into the game for the second quarter. Luke Kennard gets the first basket for the Clippers. Free throw line extended going right. Obviously a southpaw shooting with the left hand. Jermichael Green dribble handoff to PJ Dozier. Facundo Campazzo has made a number of passes so far in the first quarter to get some easy opportunities for the Nuggets. Tried to set up Paul Millsap for the dump off inside. It's deflected out of bounds. 9 seconds left in the on the shot clock. We look at the last 7 games for the Clippers, 6-1. Their bench has stepped up. At Terrence Mann, Reggie Jackson, and Luke Kennard, both averaging in double figures points, providing that depth. Pardon me, on the second unit has allowed for this Clippers team to get in the rhythm that they need to really contend at a high level. Let's see if they can continue that performance against a top tier team. The Clippers are coming off of a bad loss against the Orlando Magic. So can they get back to their winning ways against an elite team like the Denver Nuggets? Terrence Mann looking to score inside, up fakes a couple of times before finally going up and finishing over Campazzo. 7-point game. Jamal Murray back into the game, 31-24. Dozier thought about a shot, looking to set up. Crossover dribble, left to right, pull up jumper over Patrick Patterson. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Nicholas Batum. So Paul George with the basketball. Definitely didn't play up to his potential against the Nuggets in the bubble. He's coming off of an injury to his toe. He's trying to settle back in. That jump shot falls short. Millsap dribble handoff to Murray. 12 on the shot clock. Murray looking to set up a pass. Jermichael Green, left wing three. Good. Now, Jermichael Green was a member of the Clippers last year. He was a part of the team that blew that 3-1 lead. He comes over to the Nuggets. Many thought it was a bit controversial, but again, he's a role player looking to play his role, find his way. On this Nuggets team, he's definitely fit in really well, been a versatile big for them. Stretch four, showcased the ability to knock down the three-point shot, battle defensively against different types of positions, and just really be a low-maintenance player to complement Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. At the free throw line is Patrick Patterson. He makes the first free throw. Patterson signed with the Clippers last year and hopes to put himself in position to win the championship. Um, he's a player that is expected to stretch the floor. He isn't the best shooter, but he's streaky, and when he knocks it down, it's definitely a good look for whatever team he's on. Being 6'10", having the ability to shoot the three at times is definitely an asset. Defensively, he's not the best, but he definitely will give maximum effort. So it's an 8-point game, 34-26. Now 34 remaining. Nuggets lead the Clippers, 34-26. PJ Dozier looking at inbound. Campazzo surveying the floor, gets it to Murray. Murray with the up fake, looking to finish off the glass. He does with the layup. So he finishes with the left hand. Great pump fake. Terrence Mann looking to set up Paul George. Great seal off there by Jermichael Green to deny the ball. Paul gets the ball again, top of the key, 9 on the shot clock, crossover dribble on Jermichael Green, draws contact, and will be going to the free throw line for 2. Now that play by Paul George is something that he needs to rely on more often. You gotta attack and get to that free throw line. I know at times he's had issues with the refs for not getting calls, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that he takes a lot more jumpers than he should. His game is very reminiscent of or it parallels Jason Tatum. For as much skill as they have, a handle, the length, their ability to get to the rim, they settle for jump shots a lot, and it prevents them from getting to the free throw line. Now Tatum, he gets to the free throw line 4.6 times a game. That number should be somewhere around where Paul George is, and I'll get uh, those definite numbers to you right away, right now. As Paul George makes both free throws, look at George on the season. George is playing like he normally does, just under 23 points per game. As Paul Millsap gets a basket, gets a three ball, Nuggets up by 11, 39 to 28. Paul George off the dribble attacking JaMychal Green, and he gets to the free throw line again. So that plays into my point. So far this year, Paul George is shooting 88%. He only gets to the free throw line 3.8 times a game. So for someone who shoots at such a high clip percentage wise at the free throw line, you would think he would need to be at the line at least 8 to 10 times a game, especially with his size and ability to go off the dribble. You have to utilize those skill sets to get to the line, get to the and get yourself in a rhythm. Too often, Paul is relying on the three to get his points, and when it's on, it's a great thing. But when he's off, he's really off, and at times he's off when it pressure matters the most. So getting to that free throw line will be very important for George and this Clipper team going into the playoffs. He goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Clippers trail by 10, 8:28 left in the first half, 39 to 29. Campazzo goes to Jamal Murray. Murray kicks it to Campazzo. Campazzo finds PJ Dozier in the corner. 3-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound is there for Paul Millsap. He kicks it out to Jamal Murray on the reload, and Jamal Murray knocks in the three from the left wing. So 42 to 29 Nuggets lead. They've been able to knock down the three ball tonight. Paul George kicks it to Patrick Patterson. Patterson thought about a three, goes to Nicholas Batum. He can't finish the three, but Terrence Mann is there on the offensive glass. Big time athleticism by Terrence Mann to finish that layup. 42 to 31, Nuggets lead the Clippers. A great defense by Nicholas Batum, stealing a pass intended for Campazzo. And Paul George is there for the fast break, but he blows the layup. Tough miss there by Paul George. And now, in response, you get a goaltending opportunity for Jamal Murray, able to finish. We look at this missed layup by Paul George. He goes straight up around Campazzo and misses it with the right hand. Then Nicholas Batum is there for the putback, and he missed the layup. So the Clippers tonight struggling on all fronts. And then Jamal Murray will be going to the free throw line looking to complete the M1, up 13, 44 to 31 over the Clippers. Nikola Jokic comes back into the game. Look at the team stats so far tonight. Clippers 2 of 9 from 3, shooting 38%. The Nuggets in response, shooting 56%, 18 of 32 from the floor, 7 of 13 for 3. And the M1 is complete by Jamal Murray. Nuggets up by 14, 45 to 31. So that right there is a 5-point swing. You get a missed layup by Paul George. What happens? You get a 3-point play from Jamal Murray. Paul George looking to set up Kawhi Leonard at the top of the key. Goes off the dribble, looking to score over Aaron Gordon. Great defense by Gordon. Kawhi forced to kick it to Luke Kennard. Kennard misses the 3-point shot, and Aaron Gordon is there for the rebound. So right now, defensively, the Clippers just can't keep up with the Nuggets, and the Nuggets are able to force the the Clippers into shots that they're not really comfortable with right now. Going off the dribble, a lot of one-on-one, no ball movement. This is why they're down by 14. Look at Nikola Jokic's numbers so far this year, averaging 27 points, 11 rebounds, just under 9 assists a game. He has 12 triple doubles. That just goes to show you the versatility that he has. And the thing about his scoring, he scores 27, but he can go through stretches like right now where he's not being prolific, but still has a huge impact on the game because he just has an ability to make shots easier for teammates with his ability to pass. And being 7 feet, you always have a mismatch size wise. So we get a timeout. Clippers trail by 14. Nuggets lead by 14. 45 to 31. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more as we finish up this first half. Mm. So we're back as Paul George makes both free throws, 45 to 33. Denver leads the Clippers. What a pass from Jokic to Gordon. Gordon on the up fake, going up for the reverse is fouled. Here we go to the free throw line for two. As Zubac got caught on that pump fake there. Aaron Gordon playing uh, exceptionally well with this team. He's fitting perfectly in the role that he's being asked to play. I think that this is his normal, that this is his natural position on the team. He came to the Magic out of Arizona. He was supposed to be a franchise guy. That isn't necessarily his game. He has the skill set to do certain things, but I think his temperament and just how he plays is better suited as a role player. And in a winning situation, you can truly see where he's supposed to be and how he's supposed to play. And for this Nuggets team, he's again, I said ad nauseum, he's playing exceptionally well. Gordon tonight, 8 points, 3 of 6 from the floor, 3 assists, and solid defense too. Marcus Morris fouled, driving to the basket. Morris came over to the Clippers last year. He actually started the year with the New York Knicks, but then was traded to the Clippers and re-signed with them in the offseason. 4 years, $64 million. He makes the first. The irony here is that his brother actually played for the other LA team, and Markieff Morris won the chip last year, even though Morris was Marcus Morris was expected to be a key contributor to the Clippers team that won, that was supposed to win a championship last year. So that's just the way it crumbles sometimes. You look at the buyout market, how teams match up at times, and you see what Morris was able to contribute to the Lakers last year in the bubble. Markieff, really a hustle player, able to fill in gaps, rebound, just play tough defense. Marcus Morris is expected to be a better offensive contributor to a team that had immense talent last year for the Clippers, but they just fell short. Will Barton playing off of Jokic, beautifully able to cut. Jokic finds him on a dime for that cut, drives to the basket. Barton takes the contact and is able to score. So Barton going off of the cut gets Zubac behind him, and he's able to score as Marcus Morris wasn't able to stop that layup attempt. Barton completes the and 1. 5:50 remaining in the first half. Denver leads by 14, 49-35. Kawhi Leonard looking to kick out to Morris at the top of the key. He goes to Nicholas Batum in the right corner. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Gordon finds Jamal Murray. Murray looking to go to Gordon, who goes to Jokic in the post. Jokic finds Michael Porter Jr. there on the baseline. Strong finish from Michael Porter Jr. 51-35, Denver leads the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard takes a trap from Jokic and Murray, has to find a teammate, finds Reggie Jackson. Jackson on a jab step, guarded by Gordon. 5 on the shot clock. Right wing, Reggie Jackson attacks. Kicks out to Nicholas Batum in the left corner. 3-point shot is good. And that's a welcome sight for the Clippers, who have been struggling from the 3-point line tonight. We look at the threes for both teams. Nuggets 7 of 13, while the Clippers are 3 of 11. Jokic in the post, guarded by Morris. Takes contact, still able to finish going across the lane with the right hand. Zubac gets it to Kawhi. Takes Gordon off the dribble, kicks out to Marcus Morris from the left corner. 3-point shot, no good. And it will be possession going to the Clippers as the rebound goes off of Gordon. We look at the previous basket from Michael Porter Jr. playing out of the post. Jokic able to find him beautifully. And then you see the versatility to come right back. Still in the post, Jokic plays off of his ability to pass, able to score. Morris wasn't able to do anything. Obviously, the size mismatch being what it is. But again, Jokic just playing off of his immense skill and able to score. 3-point shot for Reggie Jackson is good. So it cuts the 15-point deficit to 12 now, 53-41, 3:50 remaining in the first half. Aaron Gordon, fadeaway jumper over Morris, no good. Falls off the front rim, but the offensive rebound is there for Michael Porter Jr. He won't get the layup, but he's fouled by Zubac. So Porter Jr. will be going to the free throw line. Porter Jr. so far tonight playing well, has 10 points. 10 points on the season. Porter Jr. averaging just under 17 points, 7.5 rebounds. First free throw for Porter Jr. is good. Again, when you look at Porter Jr.'s skill set coming out of Missouri, he had the back injury, so teams were apprehensive. He only played 3 games his own year in Missouri, but coming into the NBA to the Denver Nuggets were the perfect team, considering the fact that they had depth and they had the winning culture and situation that would allow for him to sit out the entire year, not really be affected by the fact that he wasn't playing. It's not like if he was a top 3 pick or top 10 pick where a team would need him. So he falls to 14. Nuggets draft him. They wait the entire year. Even last year, prior to the bubble, his minutes were sporadic. But I think the layoff that we had due to the quarantine allowed for him to heal and really prepare to be a part of the rotation, in which we saw in the bubble. He had some exceptional games, could showcase the ability to shoot, go off the dribble. He's really one-dimensional right now, not really the best defender or playmaker for others, but I think playing with talent like this allows for him to find ways to score without the basketball. And on cue, we look at Aaron Gordon playing without the ball, playing off of Jokic, running the baseline, find Jokic finding him on a dime to be able to go up for the reverse dunk. 57-41, Nuggets lead the Clippers. Paul George looking to find Kawhi Leonard. Shot clock winding down to 6. He kicks it to Marcus Morris for 3. Morris knocks it down. So the 3 balls starting to fall for the Clippers. Maybe going into the second half, we can see some momentum shift towards the Clippers. Right now, the Nuggets in control all the way. We got a foul against the Clippers. We look at this replay here. You see Jokic find Gordon on a rope, finds him running the baseline, goes straight up off the vert with the reverse. Nuggets lead by 14, 57-43. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more as the Denver Nuggets lead the Los Angeles Clippers 57-43. So we're back as the Nuggets lead by 14. Michael Porter Jr. at the free throw line. 2:35 remaining in the first half. This is a game of day by Isaiah, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Porter Jr. makes second free throw, so 59-44. Kawhi Leonard with the basketball, looking for Batum. Clippers just haven't gotten it going. They go to Kawhi in the post on the left block, guarded by Murray. Inside, trying to get a floater, rebounded by Michael Porter Jr. Porter Jr. slows down, gets it to Barton. Will Barton off the dribble, top of the key, guarded by Kawhi. Looking for Jokic in the post. Jokic guarded by Morris. Looking to pass. There's miscommunication between Barton and Jokic there, and it'll be a turnover. One of the rare mistakes Jokic has made out of the post, especially as a passer. He's been on a dime all night. Jokic so far tonight, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. But there's four players in double digits. Four players in double digits for the Nuggets: Aaron Gordon, Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., and Jamal Murray, all in double figures tonight. Steal by Paul George, guarded by Michael Porter Jr. trying to score inside, can't get the finish. Rebounded by George, kicks out to Batum. Three, no good. Offensive rebound, Kawhi. Reggie Jackson straight away three off the assist from Kawhi, no good. Kawhi another offensive rebound. So drives baseline instead, kicks out to Reggie Jackson. They're working around the perimeter. Marcus Morris drives on Michael Porter Jr. Can't get the finish. Stolen by Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon gets it to Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. kicks it to Will Barton. Will Barton takes a three from the right wing, no good. Offensive rebound to Nikola Jokic, who can't get the putback. Clippers get the rebound. Under a minute remaining, 13-point lead for the Nuggets, 59-46. Paul George trying to draw contact, doesn't get the call. It'll be Clippers possession. But Paul George deliberately was trying to draw contact there, and they changed the call. So they say it goes off of Paul George, possession goes to the Nuggets. So 45 seconds left. There's a deflection as it'll be Nuggets possession. 42 seconds left. Nuggets possession. Will Barton guarded by Reggie Jackson. Will Barton, over the last couple of games, has been asked to be a primary ball handler, allowing Jamal Murray to play off the ball. It's been beneficial as he goes to get the ball from Barton, attacks the basket, gets a jumper to fall. So it's a 15-point game. And we got a technical foul called against Marcus Morris. He definitely was contesting the call that it was a Clippers possession versus a Nuggets possession. He was asking for head coach Ty Lue to challenge. Ty Lue didn't want to challenge, especially because it was so early in the game. Uh, with the Clippers scoring, Morris continued to complain to the refs. Refs didn't like what they heard. So technical foul against Morris. Murray makes the free throw. So it's a 16-point game. Clippers possession. 30 seconds left in the first half. So Kawhi with the basketball. It's a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Aaron Gordon is guarding Kawhi tonight. Kawhi straightaway three from top of the key. Good. So big time three for Kawhi. The Clippers needed that. Kawhi so far tonight, 9 points. Jamal Murray guarded by Reggie Jackson. Three on the shot clock. Can he get a shot off? He does get a shot off. He misses it. Rebounded by Kawhi, and we go into the second half. Denver leads the Clippers 62-49. The Clippers just haven't had any answers for Denver's balance. They got four different players in double figures. The MVP candidate, Nikola Jokic, isn't even one of them. 4 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Jokic. But the leading scorer for the Nuggets tonight, 13 points from Murray and Barton, while Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon Well, pardon me, Michael Porter Jr. is the leading scorer for the Nuggets with 14. Barton and Murray have 13, and Aaron Gordon has 10. For the Clippers, the leading scorer for the Clippers is Kawhi Leonard. Pardon me, Paul George with 10. Kawhi Leonard has 9, and Marcus Morris has 8. But the Clippers are shooting 37% from the field, 32% from three. They just haven't gotten anything cohesive going so far. Uh, Going into the second half, they'll definitely have to defend much better, especially off the ball. On a lot of occasions, they get called ball watching, especially when Jokic is in the post and he's setting up so many different teammates tonight. But with that said, we'll see what the second half has in store as the Nuggets lead by 13. It is 62 to 49. Stay tuned for more. This is a Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. Mm. So we're back as the Denver Nuggets lead the Clippers 62 to 49. We look at the field goal percentage for the Nuggets tonight, 53%, 46% from three. They've been able to really get out and run on the Clippers. Clippers just haven't really had it tonight. To start the second half, Michael Porter Jr. knocks in a beautiful fadeaway jump shot off the dribble. So Nuggets back up 15. Nuggets back up 15. Clippers shooting 38%, shooting 31% from three. So their shooting tonight has been off. Also, a number of key turnovers have allowed for the Nuggets to get out and run. So we get another turnover for the Clippers to start the second half. Going into the first half, Nuggets only had 4 turnovers, but it was when those turnovers happened that allowed for the Nuggets to get out and run. Missed floater there for Murray. Possession stays with the Nuggets. Will Barton takes a right wing three, no good. Rebounded by Marcus Morris. Morris with the floater, looking for Zubac instead. Kicks out to Paul George. 10 on the shot clock. George goes to Morris. Jab step on Jokic, trying to finish inside. We got a foul. Look, they won't say it's not a foul. It was deflected out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Clippers. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Reggie Jackson on inbound, looking for Paul George on the right corner, looking to attack the baseline, trying to kick across court. Can't get it to the proper teammate, but it goes to Kawhi. Kawhi knocks down the jumper at the buzzer. They'll have to review that. I think it was a bit after the shot clock, but nevertheless, Clippers will take the point, 64 to 51. Nuggets lead. Jokic looking to get a backdoor cut for Murray, stolen by Reggie Jackson. He gets the outlet pass to Paul George. And we look at it. So point one, with point one, his finger's still on it. And then that's close. I'm gonna say it won't count, but we'll see. It was close. With point one left, it was on his fingers. At zero, we're gonna see. So they're gonna review whether that foul was a clear path foul. We'll see if it's a clear path foul. Clear path fouls allow for you to get the ball, uh, get 2 free throws in the ball. The clear path foul is a bit too consequential for me, but when you're trailing by 13, you definitely want the clear path foul to be in your favor. So let's see what happens. Uh, let's see whether they call this a clear path foul. So they say it won't be a clear path foul. It'll be a common foul. Denver leads by 13. Clippers basketball. Paul George looking for Kawhi in the post. Back out to Paul. Guarded by Aaron Gordon on the left block. Looking to get the kick out to Marcus Morris. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Gordon slowed down by Kawhi. Gets it to Jokic, who kicks it to Barton. Back out to Jokic. Top of the key. Three is good. That 3-point shot by Jokic gives the Nuggets a 16-point lead. In the first half, Jokic only had 4 points, but he didn't need to score. He was a facilitator, and he got great balance all the way around. Right now, 7.5 rebounds, 5 assists. Kawhi comes back looking to score off the left block. Fadeaway jumper is good. 67-53. Denver leads the Clippers. Jokic looking to dribble handoff to Murray. 6 on the clock. And we got a carry called against Jamal Murray. Tried to get a bit fancy. Thought the refs wouldn't see it. He called it. So it'll be a carry. Clippers possession. Look at Gordon guarding Kawhi Leonard really, really well. Really physical. Able to keep up with him. Fadeaway jumper for Kawhi is good. Free throw line extended. If you're Gordon, you gotta just uh, keep it going. You can't really get caught up in it. That's a good shot. Tip your cap to him, but keep going. Jokic in the post. One leg fadeaway over Zubac. No good. Rebounded by Paul George. So it's a 12-point game. This possession is big for the Clippers. Can they get it to within 10? Zubac under the basket. Layup is good. And head coach Mike Malone senses the momentum shifting. It's a 10-point game now. 67-57. 8:06 remaining in the third quarter. Can the Clippers make a run? As so far, the Nuggets have dominated from start to finish so far. But still time to be played. 8:06 remaining. Stay tuned. This is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more commentary and play-by-play. Okay, so Nuggets come back. 8 minutes left in the third. They actually review that Kawhi Leonard bucket at the end of the shot clock, and they say it didn't count, so they take the point away. Jamal Murray comes back with a miraculous layup under pressure, contorts his body. His layup package is really good. It's very underrated. A lot of people always reference Kyrie Irving's layup package, which is exceptional and otherworldly, but Jamal Murray has some spectacular finishes at the rim as well that aren't dunks. Some of his reverses, some of his 360s, just a number of layups over the last 3 years or so have been highlight worthy. Great pass from Jokic to Aaron Gordon, and he's fouled as it wouldn't be considered a dunk per se, but he definitely went up for two and kind of just rolled it in there. But you look at Jokic go off the dribble, draw the double team from Jackson and Zubac, finds Aaron Gordon cut into the rim, easy basket. So 71 to 55, Gordon looking to complete the M1. Free throw, no good for Gordon. That's one area where Gordon could stand to improve, especially with this team knowing that he'll be on the floor looking to uh, play big time minutes, especially defensively. Tonight, Gordon, 12 points, 5 of 10 from the floor. Big block from Jokic on Kawhi. The block counted, but Porter came over to contest as well. He picks up the foul. So Kawhi would be going to the free throw line. Kawhi tonight, 6 of 10 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 13 points. He makes the first free throw. So now with 14 points. Looking to get this deficit down to 14, 71 to 56 right now. The Nuggets have led wire to wire, getting efficient shots, playing solid defense. Even on the shots that the Clippers make, they're always under duress, very tough. The only thing that could hurt the Nuggets right now is more so turnovers. Kawhi makes both free throws, so 71 to 57, under 7 minutes to play here in the third. Barton has his pass deflected by Kawhi. 12 on the shot clock, and we got a foul. Inbound to Jokic. Murray saves an initial pass from Jokic. Uh, Murray finds Porter in the left corner, but it's deflected out of bounds. So possession goes back to the Clippers. 6:44 left in the third. Clippers trying to make a quick run to make this more respectable going into the fourth quarter. Kawhi in the post. Great spin move off of Aaron Gordon, but it's blocked by Gordon. 11 seconds left. So again, the defense by Gordon, he definitely matches up well against Kawhi. He's physical. He's 6'7". He's athletic for certain shots that Kawhi might take, especially with fadeaways. So there's parts of his game defensively that can be accentuated, especially on his team going against premier perimeter players. Nuggets tonight with 5 blocks compared to the Clippers 1. Morris for 3 misses it. Offensive rebound potentially for Patrick Patterson is no good as Gordon comes down with the rebound. They go to Jokic in the post on the left block. Jokic looking to finish over Morris. Can't finish. Big rebound by Morris. Paul George looking to drive baseline. Finish off the glass. The basket is good with the layup. So if they can get Paul George going over these next 5 minutes or so, then we might see the Clippers be able to get back into this game. Will Barton looking to drive, finds Michael Porter Jr. on a cut. Great pass from Barton, but Porter Jr. wasn't able to finish. Reggie Jackson gets it to Kawhi, who throws an alley for a rare slam for Patrick Patterson. Patrick Patterson is not a jumper by any stretch. He catches the alley-oop from Kawhi, finishes with two hands, so it's a 10-point game. 71-61 timeout by head coach Mike Malone. We'll be back with more as this is a game a day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. So we're back. 5:37 left in the third. Denver leads by 10, but the Clippers are making a run. Will Barton with the floater inside can't finish. Facundo Campazzo with the offensive rebound back to Will Barton. Barton looking to find Aaron Gordon. Two-hand finish and one. It's good. So good heads-up play there by Will Barton to attack the baseline. He went up in the air, able to draw defenders and finds Aaron Gordon. Gordon again playing great off the ball, showcasing great IQ. You're gonna find the lanes, attack early and often, considering the fact that your teammates, especially on this Nuggets team, will find you. Gordon struggling from the free throw line today. One of four from the free throw line. Big jumper from Kawhi Leonard to keep the game at 10, keeping the pressure on the Nuggets. 10-point game, 73-63. Will Barton responds with the three, left wing, 76-63. Nuggets lead. Whenever the Clippers try to make a run, Nuggets respond man for three. Good. So big three from Terrence Mann. This bench foot of the Clippers starting to pick it up. Patrick Patterson got a two-hand slam. Now Terrence Mann coming back with the big three. 10-point game. Barton looking to get inside. Tried to draw contact. No call. Big rebound by Marcus Morris. Terrence Mann looking to push. Clippers get it across the timeline to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi. Straightaway three. Good. Big three for Kawhi Leonard. He's picking it up here in the second half. It's a 7-point game. 20 points for Kawhi now, picking it up. 11 points here in the third quarter. Clippers on a 14-5 run over the last 3 minutes. Jokic trying to finish over the double team. Can't. As big big timing there by Reggie Jackson to make that initial layup there difficult, but it goes off of Reggie Jackson. So possession will stay with the Nuggets. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Coming into the game is Nicholas Batum for the Clippers. Campazzo gets it to Jokic. Jokic able to get it to Campazzo and stolen by Kawhi Leonard as Kawhi is fouled. So Kawhi picking up his intensity now. You see that, as I mentioned earlier, this is a playoff type game. We might potentially see this type of series, whether it be in the semis or the Western Conference Finals. You never know. How will the Clippers respond under pressure? Last year, they blew a 3-1 lead to this Nuggets team. The Nuggets built a huge lead, and they led wire to wire. But can they finish out this game? Aaron Gordon guarding Kawhi Leonard gets it to Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann trying to kick it to Nicholas Batum. It'll be a turnover. Campazzo finds Will Barton. Barton looking to set up off the dribble, attacking the paint, looking to get a shot up off the glass. No good, out of control there. Possession will stay with the Nuggets. 76-69. Looking at Will Barton. He's definitely been asked to be a playmaker right now with this lineup on the floor, but all too often he's a bit out of control. Uh, they have to look to try to run through Jokic and settle it down. PJ Dozier trying to inbound, and it's deflected. So it'll stay with the Nuggets as that pass from Dozier was deflected. But again, Clippers starting to ramp up their defensive intensity. You're starting to see what this Denver Nuggets team is made of. Um, let's see how they're able to finish this game. We got 3 minutes left in the third and an entire 12 minutes for the fourth. Campazzo, left wing three, good. Big three from Campazzo to get the lead back to 10. Campazzo is a rare three-point shooter. He doesn't really shoot at all. He's really just there to set the table and be a floor general. But he hit the three as the shot clock was winding down. So 79-69. Kawhi to Patrick Patterson. Can't knock down the three. Will Barton skies for the rebound. Will Barton attacking, trying to get it to Jokic. Jokic wasn't ready for the pass. And then on the outlet to Nicholas Batum, Batum wasn't ready for the pass. Will Barton left wing three, no good. Rebounded by Kawhi. Kawhi finds Morris. Terrence Mann guarded by Jokic. 14 on the shot clock. Man off the dribble. Terrence looking for a teammate. Great defense by Will Barton. Man finds Patrick Patterson for a three from the left corner. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Will Barton. So under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Nuggets up 10, but the Clippers trying to make a run. In the post, Jokic, guarded by Patrick Patterson, can't finish. Offensive rebound, Aaron Gordon trying to find Jokic. Jokic with the basket. So that's great interior passing by Aaron Gordon and Jokic. Jokic couldn't get the initial finish, but strong rebound under duress by Aaron Gordon. In traffic, able to get it right back to Jokic, who was able to get the finish. So it's a 12-point game, under 2 minutes to play here in the third, 81-69. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. So stay tuned for more as we'll be back as we finish up the Denver Nuggets versus the Los Angeles Clippers. So Clippers basketball, Nicholas Batum trying to set up Patrick Patterson, back to Batum. Dribble handoff to Man. Terrence Mann, 5 on the shot clock. He has to get a shot off. He jumps up for the jump shot, set up the step back on Gordon. Gordon tried to close out, anticipating the jumper. Man took the contact, took the jump shot. So we look at the step back, the pump fake. Gordon tried to avoid the contact but couldn't. They always give that type of play to the shooter, regardless if it's a natural shot or not. So Gordon fell a victim to that there. 81-69, 120 left in the third quarter. Man misses the first free throw on the season, shooting 78%. But free throws are gonna uh, come come up huge down the stretch for both teams. Gordon's been to the free throw line a couple of times. He struggled. He's 1 of 4 tonight. Um, Man goes 1 of 2. They're gonna need every point down the stretch, trailing by 11. Nuggets with the basketball as we approach a minute left in the third. As Gordon tried to get it to Murray, moving screen called against Jokic. It'll be a turnover. So 81-70, 109 left in the third. Terrence Mann guarding Campazzo takes the screen from Kawhi Leonard, working his way around the paint, trying to get a score. Can't get a great defense by Campazzo. He gets the rebound off the man miss. Working the right wing, slows down Paul Millsap into the game. Aaron Gordon guarded by Kawhi. And Gordon is called for an offensive foul against Kawhi driving baseline. Physicality on both sides, but they decided to call the foul against Gordon. So 39.9 seconds left. Luke Kennard in the game for the Clippers. Kawhi step back three, no good. Fighting for that rebound, Terrence Mann saves it, but it's stolen by Jamal Murray as Mann tried to kick it out to a teammate. So this is the last possession of the quarter. Jamal Murray with the basketball. 12 seconds left. Gets the switch on Luke Kennard. This is the mismatch he wants. They call the isolation. Kennard fouls. So 5.7 left. Clippers had a foul to give. Nuggets shooting 50% from the floor in this game. Murray off the dribble, looking to get a basket. 2 seconds left at the buzzer. Can't get the basket to fall. We will go into the fourth. Nuggets up 11, 81-70. Final 12 minutes. Let's see, can the Clippers get it going? They try to make a run through the mid part of the third, but Clippers, I mean, the Nuggets would always respond with a huge basket, whether it be a three from Will Barton or a three from Compazzo. They always made the big shot to keep the separation. How will they respond to start the fourth quarter? We will see. I'm Isaiah Rose. This is a Game of Day by Isaiah presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page, so stay tuned for more. So we start this fourth quarter. Clippers trailing by 11 with the basketball. Luke Kennard trying to split defense finds Terrence Mann in the right corner. Mann kicks it to Kennard straightaway three off the front rim, and it will stay with the Clippers. Great effort by Mann to uh, get that basketball off of a nugget. It'll be 14 seconds on the shot clock. Clippers outscored the Nuggets by 2 points in that third quarter. Nicholas Batum with the basketball. Paul George returning from a 2 game absence, dealing with a toe issue. Hasn't played well tonight. Shoots the three. No good tonight. Paul George just 3 of 11 3 of 12 now, 12 points. 3-point shot for Jamal Murray, no good. Rebounded by George. Paul George looking for Batum. Batum trying to find Zubac in the post against Millsap. That basket is no good, and we got a foul against Millsap. That was a bit late, considering the fact that it looked like Zubac traveled, first of all. Then he misses the shot when Paul gets the rebound and is getting ready to run. Then they call the foul. So a bit delayed there, but Zubac will go to the free throw line for 2. Zubac tonight is two of 4, has 4 points, only 1 rebound in 19 minutes. Second free throw for Zubac is good. So he makes both. It's a 9-point game. Zubac tonight, 6 points, 81-72. Well, under 11 minutes to play. PJ Dozier with the basketball looking to split defenders. It's stolen. Stolen as he dribbles it off his foot. Paul George off the dribble, guarded by Murray. In the post, looking to find defenders, and we got an offensive foul against Paul George. George can't believe it. He just not in it tonight. 10:35 left. We look at Paul in the post. He did dip the shoulder. A little bit of a flop by Jamal, but he did try to sell it. Murray thought about a 3 on the left wing. Instead, go to PJ Dozier. Dozier goes to Jermichael Green. Green goes to Millsap. Millsap kicks it out to Murray for the 3. Big 3. Big 3 there by Jamal Murray. Again, every time the Clippers make a run, the Nuggets knock down a big 3. Paul George trying to split defenders. He does, finishes with the left hand at the rim. So a 10-point game again, 84-74. Screen by Jermichael Green. Murray has the mismatch with Zubac on him. 7 on the shot clock. They have to get a shot off. Step back 3, left wing. No good. It actually hits the top of the backboard. And the ball is stuck between the backboard and the stanchion from the shot clock. So they'll have to get one of the broomsticks to get the ball out. They do. And they bring it out. Look at the Paul George finish, splits defenders, anticipates contact, no call, able to finish. And that's what he has to do, especially when he's struggling. I mentioned the free throw line. He doesn't get to the free throw line a lot because he doesn't attack. A lot of his game is based on the jump shot. He has to get in the rim, anticipate contact, and even if they don't call the foul, he has to play as if he's going to make the basket. Too many times he's looking for contact and playing for contact, and when the contact is not called, he defers again to complaining to the ref. Mid-range jumper for George, no good. Rebounded by Jamal Murray. Settling for that jump shot again. Murray, guarded by Luke Kennard. 15 on the shot clock, takes the screen from Jermichael Green. Looking to find Campazzo at the top of the key. It's deflected by Terrence Mann. So 7 on the shot clock. See Jokic on the bench. The longer the Nuggets can maintain this lead, the longer he can rest. 9 on the clock. PJ Dozier has to attack the baseline. Can't get the finish. Rebounded by Zubac. Clippers trying to run. Luke Kennard works it to the top of the key, gets it to Batum, who finds Zubac under the basket. Strong basket by Zubac and great ball movement by the Clippers, able to keep the Nuggets moving and scrambling, which allowed for them to get an easy basket. PJ Dozier gets it to Facundo Campazzo. Campazzo working the right corner. 8 on the shot clock, guarded by Zubac. Needs to find a teammate. Has it stolen by Batum. So the defense is ratcheted up here by the Clippers. Batum back to Paul George, guarded by Campazzo. Campazzo with 4 guarding Paul George, 14 on the shot clock. George in the post. Takes the double team as Millsap comes over. Kicks it to Luke Kennard. 3-point shot, no good. Paul George for 3. Good. So big 3 for Paul George under pressure. Now it's a 5-point game. 84-79. Nuggets need to call a timeout as the Clippers are making their run. 8:06 remaining. This is a Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. So stay tuned for more as we finish up this Denver Nuggets Los Angeles Clippers game. So we're back as the Clippers are making a huge run. At the core of this comeback has been Zubac. Zubac's been able to crash the offensive glass, be a defensive presence, and just really finish strongly inside while Jokic was on the bench. Jokic is back. Under 8 minutes to play. Nuggets only up 5. Can they continue to make baskets whenever the Clippers have made a run? Out of that timeout, Murray misses. Paul George finds Terrence Mann. Man, attacking Jokic, finishes with the left hand while going up with the right. So great change of pace there in the air. 12-3 run for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game now, 84-81. Jokic looking for Barton under the rim. Found him too late. 12 on the shot clock, back to Jokic. Jokic gets it to Michael Porter Jr. Jr. had been out for a while. Michael Porter Jr. airballs that fadeaway, but it goes off of Batum with 4.9 left. Jamal Murray fadeaway jumper under pressure, no good. Shot clock was running down, couldn't get a quality shot. Terrence Mann looking to attack Jamal Murray. Man looking to set up Kawhi, but couldn't get it to him. So Man takes the screen from Zubac, 6 on the clock. Fadeaway jumper for Terrence Mann, good. Terrence Mann is coming up huge here in the fourth. Very reminiscent of when the Clippers came back against the Hawks. Man was huge down the stretch in terms of scoring. 1 point game now, 6:40 remaining. Jamal Murray gets it to Jokic. We got a foul. If you look at the scoring so far, it's a 1 point game. Terrence Mann tonight, 6 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 1 from 3, 14 points. On the year, Terrence Mann averaging 6 points, just under 4 rebounds, and 1.5 assists. But in the last 10 games, Mann is averaging 11 points. So those double figures coming up huge. Murray for 3 as the shot clock was winding down from the left corner, unable to get it to fall. 1 point game, Clippers trying to take their first lead of the game. Nuggets have led wire to wire all night. Kawhi at the rim, can't get the layup to fall. It rolls right out, rebounded by Murray. So Nuggets cling to a 1 point lead. Can they score to get some separation? At the rim, Aaron Gordon can't finish. Offensive rebound, Michael Porter Jr. Big basket for the Nuggets. So it's a 3 point game. Timeout Clippers, 5:57 remaining. That last Kawhi Leonard basket was down and it rolled right out. And that's tough. You get those toilet bowl baskets. You're about to see it falling. It rolls out. Nuggets come down. Strong rebound. Able to get the basket. Michael Porter Jr. playing the offensive glass. Coming up huge. So it's a 3 point game. 86 to 83. We'll be back with more as the Clippers try to steal this game. So big basket by Michael Porter Jr. prior to that timeout to give Denver somewhat of a breathing room. It's still a one possession game, 86 to 83, but Clippers are on a run right now. Clippers have outscored the Nuggets by 8 here to start the fourth. Kawhi Leonard trying to get a floater inside, falls short. Rebounded by Jokic. Aaron Gordon gets it to Jokic. Straightaway three. Big three by Nikola Jokic. Huge three when it mattered most. Now, two possession game. And we got to travel against Reggie Jackson. So big time defense there by Michael Porter Jr. to uh, fortify that trap and make it difficult for Reggie Jackson to get a pass cross court. We look at the three from Jokic. Two-man game between him and Gordon has worked wonders over the last 3 games. The pick and roll, he slips it, steps back to the three. Gordon goes back to him and knocks it down. So Nuggets up 6 with the basketball. Gordon, mid-range jumper from the left corner, no good. Clippers under 5 minutes. Can they make a run? Terrence Mann gets it to Batum. Three is good. Big three by the Clippers and Nicholas Batum. So it's back to a one possession game, 89 to 86. Jokic guarded by Zubac. Tries to set up the dribble handoff with Murray. Back to Jokic, guarded by Zubac. Looking for Gordon inside. There's contact, and we got a foul. We look at Terrence Mann attack the paint, draw defenders. No one was guarding Nicholas Batum. Great court vision there by Mann and the way to play the position. We got another foul against Batum very quickly. So Will Barton attacking off the dribble, attacking right, spins back left, finishes with the left hand. 5-point game, Denver leads 91 to 86. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Barton tonight with 18 points. Mann making some big plays down the stretch. He's probing, had to dribble back out to the 3-point line. 6 on the shot clock. Mismatch with Jokic. 3-pointer for Mann. Good. Big three for Terrence Mann. As it's now they say it's a long two, so it's a 3-point game. They'll probably review that to see if that was a three. Mann tonight, 16 points, 7 of 8 from the floor. Murray back to Jokic, floater, blocked by Zubac. Mann with the rebound, trailing by 3. Clippers can tie the game with the 3 or cut it to 1 with the 2. Reggie Jackson goes under the Zubac. Back out to Reggie Jackson in the left corner. Back to Kawhi. Skip past the man. Man goes off the dribble. Takes contact. No call. Goes right back up. Kicks it out to Reggie Jackson. 3-point shot. In and out for Reggie Jackson. Tough possession there for the Clippers. What a pass from Jokic to Michael Porter Jr. Gets the two-hand slam. Great high-low action there from Jokic to Porter. Porter cut to the basket. Jokic found him on a rope, able to get the two-hand slam off vert. And we got a turnover by. No, they don't. They don't say it's a turnover. It'll be a foul against Will Barton as Reggie Jackson drove to the basket. When we look at the replay, you see Jokic able to be standing at the top of the key, surveying the floor. Michael Porter Jr. cuts on a dime, and in one motion, able to catch the ball and go straight up for the two-hand slam. Great pass from Jokic. So 5-point game, 93 to 88. 2:30 remaining. Kawhi Leonard guarded by Jamal Murray. 4 on the shot clock. Kawhi with the finishing side. Can't get it to go, but offensive rebound trying to kick it to a teammate. Stolen by Aaron Gordon. And we have a foul against Nicholas Batum trying to stop Aaron Gordon on that dribble. So 93 to 88. Clippers have had opportunities to tie this game on many occasions, even take the lead a little bit earlier in the fourth, but they just can't seem to get over that hump. And every time they try, the Nuggets make key baskets. We look at a three from Murray here. Big three with 2:05 left in the fourth. As the Clippers got it to within one here in the fourth, the Nuggets have responded and now have opened up an 8-point lead, 96 to 88. 2:05 left in the fourth. Can the Clippers make another run? We will see. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. So we're back. 2:05 left in the fourth. Nuggets coming up with huge baskets to create separation whenever the Clippers have made a run. Prior to that timeout, a huge three-pointer from Jamal Murray opened up an 8-point lead, 96 to 88. As Paul George almost had a slam there. Great contest there from Michael Porter Jr. to make that difficult. I'm not sure if he'll get credit for that block, but Paul George definitely sprited that dunk because of the contest from Michael Porter Jr. 8 on the shot clock, Nuggets in control. Can they get a shot off? Aaron Gordon has to get the shot up. He gets to Jokic right on time. Jokic able to finish that basket with one hand, with multiple Clippers draped on his back. He finishes it, and Nuggets up by 10, 98 to 88. 125 remaining. Kawhi comes right back and finishes with the right hand. So it's an 8-point game. 122 remaining. Jokic with the basketballs come up huge here down the stretch, making the MVP plays. 7 on the clock, 5 on the clock. Jamal Murray, fadeaway jumper. Good. Tough shot by Jamal Murray. Big time plays by a big time player. Kawhi Leonard trying to go off the dribble, tries to kick it out to Terrence Mann, and is stolen by Will Barton. Under a minute to play now, 100 to 90. Denver has stood up to the test as they've led wire to wire. Clippers have tried to uh, make it a game, put pressure on the Nuggets, and they definitely did towards the latter part of that third quarter, going into the fourth. The Clippers got it to within 1 point. Mike Malone had to call a timeout. It was 84 to 83, but a big putback by Michael Porter Jr. started a run that allowed for the Nuggets to create separation. Again, Jokic coming up huge. He's knocked down some threes, set up some baskets at the rim, got some huge offensive rebounds by Will Barton and Gordon, set up some baskets for Michael Porter Jr. Again, the Nuggets have stood up to the test that are the Clippers. Both teams battling and jockeying for positions in the Western Conference. I get that official to you right now as we look at the standings out west. The first seed in the West is the Utah Jazz. They have a 36-11 record. After the second seed, you got Phoenix at 2. The Clippers are third, 2 games behind Phoenix at 32-17. But the Nuggets are a game and a half, pardon me, are 2 games behind the Clippers. So they'll pick up a game tonight. They'll improve to 30-18, and they'll be sandwiched in between the Lakers, who are also 30-18 as the 4 seed. So depending on the tiebreakers and how things go down the stretch, we'll see where the Lakers, Nuggets, and Clippers fall. Again, in the month of March, the Nuggets were 11-3 to start April. They're continuing their winning ways. They're gonna win this game tonight as Kawhi Leonard gets a attack off the right baseline, finishes with two hands. Jokic gets it ahead to Will Barton. Barton holding the basketball. It's the 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Kawhi finally has to foul. So looking at that again, you want to pay attention to the standings down the stretch. Denver's going to improve to 30-18. The Lakers are in the fourth with 30-18. And then you look at Portland. Portland is sixth with at 29-18. So between 3 and 6, it's so bunched up. It's so bunched up. You never know what a 2 to 3 game winning streak might do or a 2 to 3 game losing streak might do, especially in this sensitive time. We got about a month and a half left of basketball. Let's see who can finish the strongest. I know for the Lakers, them not having LeBron James and Anthony Davis right now is definitely hurting their chances. But for them being the defending champions, they only care about health right now. They want everybody healthy so that when they're healthy, they can fortify their group and come into the playoffs strong. For the Clippers, Nuggets, Suns, and even the Jazz, they want to maximize on the Lakers being in dealing with injuries. Let's see how they finish the season. 3-point shot for Morris is no good. So it's a 9-point game, 11 seconds left. Again, the Nuggets will finish out this victory. It was a tough fought victory. The Nuggets led wire to wire, but again, they just continue to make big baskets down the stretch. We look at the box score right now, 100-92. Aaron Gordon tonight, 14 points. Will Barton with 20. Michael Porter Jr. with 20. Nikola Jokic tonight, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. His numbers aren't the best, but when it mattered most, he came up huge. Jamal Murray came up huge when it mattered down the stretch too. Some huge baskets, 23 points, 9 of 18 from the floor. Very, very efficient. Two of two from the free throw line, 3 of 6 from three, 8 rebounds for him. We look at the bench performance. The numbers weren't there. 5 rebounds, 5 points for Millsap, 3 points for Green, 3 points for Compazzo. So really, this is really the starting five for the Nuggets finishing out this game. As they're trying to determine whose possession this is right now. 3 possession game with 11 seconds left. Really, the refs are denying the inevitable, but nevertheless, you want to get every possession right. This game spoke volumes to me. This is the third game with Aaron Gordon in the lineup for the Nuggets. The first 2 games were dominant all the way around, defeated the Atlanta Hawks at home, defeated the Philadelphia 76ers at home, especially defeating the Sixers without Joel Embiid. You weren't necessarily tested, but this Clippers team has championship aspirations. This Clippers team is in your conference. This Clippers team is playing at home. This Clippers team, prior to that Orlando Magic loss, was running on all cylinders. They were hot just as much as you were hot on a hot streak. So this was a test, and I felt like the Denver Nuggets from start to finish played their game. There was some rough patches, but again, they played to a point where no matter what the Clippers did to test them, they responded in kind, and they will pull out this road victory and continue their winning ways. So Terrence Mann gets a basket. That'll about do it. 101-94, a big time victory for the Nuggets. Nuggets responded to every run the Clippers made. And again, the Clippers did struggle. They haven't been able to play with their buyout acquisition and Rajon Rondo just yet. Maybe when he comes back healthy, he can be that floor general that they need, especially down the stretch. Down the stretch, they got it to within one, but since that point, when it was 84-83, the Nuggets were just able to finish it in a way that a championship team or a championship contending team would. The Clippers definitely have their flaws. Paul George struggled tonight. He had a 2-game hiatus with the toe injury, but again, the Clippers can't worry about that. I mean, the Nuggets can't worry about that. They have to perform. Clippers have to figure out how to win without making excuses. They struggled tonight. Kawhi struggled tonight. He picked it up in the second half, but overall, not the best game. Again, Clippers fall to the Nuggets. 101 to 94. Thank you for watching. This is the Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Eyes Guys Zay YouTube page. Stay tuned for more throughout the season as I provide play-by-play and color commentary throughout the season and playoffs. Thank you for watching. Peace.